Here's the situation. We're going to have Lambo going up against Abram. Now, this is a game worth a lot of money, and the winner is going to go to the championship of this MCS event. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see something with Lambo on defense here, where he is going with the strategy of sending the dogs. Like you need to notice this very quickly. And look, he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people are all at the line of scrimmage. Whenever you play a defense like that, you have to be willing to get rid of the ball quickly. You have to be willing to throw the ball away. And you honestly, as much as we don't want to admit it, you got to like eating sacks for this. You have to, okay? This style of defense is meant to force turnovers. That's the whole purpose. He will allow you to get some big, ideally he wants to limit big plays, but he's going to allow you, like, things are going to be open. Lambo recognizes that you're going to have some routes open. Now, what we're going to see immediately Abram do here is try a 5-outing technique. 5 out essentially means that you are going with 5 wide receivers going on routes, or 5 receivers on routes rather. So the issue with this, or what this allows to happen, is you're blocking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, if he's blitzing 6, he's going to get somebody free. The reason this can be nice, though, is that if he's blitzing 6, it means there's probably a massive hole in his coverage, and you're attacking it with 5 routes. So if you can get that ball out fast enough, it actually is a great way of exploiting this very aggressive style of defense. What happens there, though? We actually have the corner route open, but we're not able to hit it, or Abram's not able to hit it, rather, because of that pressure just immediately getting there super fast. I'm curious how Abram approaches this, and it looks like the main way Abram's attacking this right now, at least a couple, but right when we've seen a couple plays, is it looks like that block tight end is what he wants to do. He's doing a lot of this tight end blocking, but now with this audible over into the bunch X nasty, the other way you can attack this is with some auto motion. So check this out. Auto motion right there. Let's think about this. This guy's going to auto motion, a little return route. I love this return route, drag. Let's think about this, though. This guy's on a streak. This guy's on a corner route. Who can defend this corner route? Look at the defense. Look at the purple. This guy can, I guess. Besides that, who can? Seriously. This guy? You want him to defend the corner route? Like, that's maybe. Who's defending the streak, then? You know what I mean? So just from a pure alignment standpoint, Abram's actually winning this. And guess what? We get corner route. And Lambo actually gave up a touchdown right there, trying to play over aggressive, which in the style of defense, you kind of have to a little bit. But it's just something to keep in mind, right? You could play leverage games. It's very much, in my opinion, pre-snap about right there, though. You almost see a D-line pick. That's scary. It's very much about pre-snap. Everyone's trying to, I feel like I ask so much, like, Civil, how do I tell if it's cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, whatever. To me, I don't want to say who cares, but instead, for me, it's rather man or zone. That's what we're trying to figure out. Man or zone. There's that same switch stick Lambo did before. Does it again. Abram takes advantage. Easy touchdown. Man or zone and blitz, no blitz. That's what I'm thinking. Man, zone, blitz, no blitz. Because zone, like, if you play anybody good, they all disguise their coverage. So you can't actually tell pre-snap what zone it's going to be. You can kind of tell pre-snap man coverage, especially with the motions and certain alignment tells. You can tell that. And you can tell pre-snap about blitz, no blitz, or at least give yourself a good idea. Because if they're stacking the line of scrimmage, probably a blitz. In this case, Lambo is in 3-4 odd, probably blitzing, right? And so there's just a couple things to keep in mind, at least the way that I always try to approach these things. And then after that, you do that initially, you take in the information that they're doing, because they could show blitz and not blitz you. And then you start being like, okay, they're not blitzing. Okay, they are blitzing. Okay, they're in cover 2. Okay, they're in cover 3. Okay, you know what I mean? Then you start putting that stuff together. Now, obviously, against worse players, it's pretty easy to identify their coverage, right? Especially like the easy one that people always go to make themselves look smart, which is fair, is the one high shell. One high, right? You have a single safety up top, only cover 3 or cover 1 for the most part. And that's not even true, by the way, because it could be cover 2 invert, but like, nonetheless. Now, Lambo immediately goes and he shows that he's going to be a seaman demon in this one, which is something you have to do in the game. You have to be willing to get your hands dirty with that. This one, he just goes right up that left seam. Fair. Let's go normal wild close. Quick seam again. That time he holds on to it. Tough throw. Able to take advantage of the seam being open. What Abram's trying to do here on defense is he is in 3-3 odd, okay? He's moving this outside backer out. This allows him to get a really good angle. We're going to watch this guy throughout this game, get a really good angle. The issue with this style of defense is, let's look here. 1, 2, 3, people inside. And we have these two guys. You might be saying, Civil, who cares? The issue here is, what if Lambo ran an RPO read? Well, what if he did? Well, who's the read key here? Who's the read defender? Who do you think? This guy? No. It's always the first guy outside of the tackle that's close enough to the line of scrimmage. So the read key here is actually this guy. Okay? If he's the read key has to play the run. It is coded into the game, where even if this guy's in a manned up coverage assignment, pass committed, he will play the run. He'll, either bite on the quarterback or bite on the running back, whatever. So if that's the case, what if this guy's on a bubble? Well, who defends that? This guy? That's pretty hard. This guy could be, but that's a pretty specific adjustment. Like, you know what I mean? You could. That's a option to take away. But as you watch this game, I want you to kind of pay attention to. I think it's something that's going to come up at some point that is incredibly good. And that's why I'm so big on, man, you got to learn how to beat the meta. And it doesn't even have to be, I use the word the meta because it's what you're going up against the most of the time, right? If you're playing in a CFM where every single player runs the 3-3 odd defense, then that's the meta. But the meta could be different, because if you're in another league where everyone runs 3-4 odd, well, I guess that's the meta in that league, right? So and if you run MUT head-to-head, the meta is going to be different for MUT head-to-head than it is for regs head-to-head, than it is for a CFM, than it is in X, Y, and Z. That's got to be a pick every single time, by the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, Abram, you are, yeah. Yeah, you are right to be upset. And so the point I'm getting at is that you have to learn how to beat your meta. What are you playing against? You have to learn that. And that's one of the big ways right here that he's able to beat this meta at a pretty good clip, is that RPO read. And we'll see that throughout this game, because there's a reason he's in that normal Y close. Now he's going to check into the bunch X nasty. This is the Philadelphia Eagles playbook, by the way. That edge pressure doesn't come in that time, but it is a little scary. Jalen Wyatt falls down. Remember, Abram already up a very quick 7. I'll be honest, I've had today, I'm on a different streaming software. Throws it away. I'm on a different software right here. My software just crashed earlier today, like 3 minutes before I had an EA stream. It was great. Really good impression I made. Because my software crashed and it still won't reboot. It just won't work. So I had to re-download a different, or not re-download. I re-downloaded it. Didn't work still. Had to download a different software. This is a cool route combo. I like this. 2nd and 20. Gonna check down underneath. Gonna get the yardage. Good dive, I suppose, by Icky. Good dive, my boy. Good dive. See, and that normal Y close again. We gotta watch that seam on the left side. Drag's not there. In route's not there. I think that was an interception, I'll be honest. That looked bad. That hook curl was getting lateral, though, I'll be honest. He was dancing, kinda. Interesting. He was moving. He was definitely moving right there. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Lambo's going to check into the trips tight and flex. Watch this. He goes 3 streaks on the left side. This is just nasty. 4th and 7. Massive down. He throws. I mean, that is as close to being guarded as you can guard something without guarding it. Yeah, like that's just what that was. Tough break for Abram, I'll be honest. Goes touch pass right off of that. Cuts it up. Gonna get a couple, I suppose, right there. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too dramatic. Gotta take my keys out of my pocket. 2nd and 7. RPO read. There it is. Like, there's the RPO read. This time, it would get yardage. And that's what I was talking about earlier. And it's always good to break out a play like that when you are a little bit in a tighter area of the field, right? Now you kind of shown your hand. Feel free to go back to it, I think. But it is one of those plays that it obviously works, between the 20s, but it's really good inside the 20s, because inside the 20s, and when you especially not even inside the 20s, inside the red zone, especially inside the 15, 10-yard line, like, your play calls become so limited, right? They become so limited, and from that, you're more predictable. It's just they're not as good of plays. So whenever you have a really good play that you can call anywhere, I like to debut that play inside the red zone, especially around the 10-yard line area. He's going to go quick slants right here from gun split slot. I don't actually I mean, I don't love the play call, but I mean, maybe it's good. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. Lambo, though, second and goal from the 5 here. See what he goes to from this. Auto motion to the left side. Not there. Not there. Maybe had a high ball, but not enough time. Good pressure from Abram. Abram's really playing the goal line here. And he might change it up this time. But, you know, he has this guy here, but he's almost dropping these guys down. Like, say he's setting some pressure, but then dropping these guys. Boom, boom. To really saying, hey, if you want to beat me, you got to attack up here, which is a hard area of the field to attack, right? You can highball this, but it takes some time. If you have a good blitz and you're sending good pressure, it's tough to get there. That's what Abram's doing right here. Is actually sending really good pressure. Because watch, I bet he at least sends this guy, and he might be sending slot corner pressure here too. He does. And so those routes that get open in the back corner of the end zone, in the back of the end zone, they're not there, right? Watch this play out again. Apologies for me being or having to be on YouTube for this. I don't know why I couldn't download this, but notice where everybody is. Everybody's right at the goal line. He has one guy manned up. Good adjustment. That was that guy that was getting open last play. So I like that. Not there. Almost interception, low-key. And now we're on a 4th and goal. Now, this early in the game, you have some different decisions you can make. I don't hate going for I don't hate going for this for the sole purpose that Lambo gets ball at halftime, right? So let's play out the worst case scenario. Lambo does not get this. Abrams scores. Lambo then has ball before half while getting ball at half. So he could technically tie the game up. I think I kick right here, but I don't think going for it is the worst thing ever. Because you could end up being in a situation where you tie the game up before they ever touch the ball again. So I kind of get it. Slant. I was worried that could caught, I'll be honest. I was very worried they would let him catch that. Abram in a good spot now. And part of you, if you're Abram, it's tough because the defense that Lambo's running. But if you're Abram here, who now has the ball, you kind of want to chew a little bit, right? There's about 17 or whatever seconds left in this first quarter. I think we run this ball, get into the second quarter. It's tough because you hate to waste plays against the style of defense, but you would really not want to give Lambo the ball back in this half with much time. You are in a really advantageous spot right here. Let's go. He goes corner route. Gonna be able to get that. Notice that's a high safety on that left side who's manned up to the tight end. He just can't get there in time. Now, something Lambo could do is he could move that guy, and he did a little bit. He could move this guy all the way over just to try to get him or try to play him a little bit better. But that offers a lot of misalignment issues by doing so. So it's like, you know, it's a little risky. A little risky to do that. But I would not be surprised if we see Lambo go to that at some point, especially with how often we're seeing him audible. And he even is doing that a little bit. Notice Dion right here. Why am I getting a different? There we go. I don't know why we're drawing the wrong marker, but whatever. There's that tight end corner. Alignment-wise, very, very tough to defend this. That's where this defense shines, though. Lambo's going to give up some big plays. You're going to have some open receivers. And if you're Abram right here, you know what you're saying? Touchdown. I had a touchdown. Right? We've all been there. We've all said it. But Lambo's sending pressure where these routes that take a little bit longer to develop. Right? He has potential. Whoa. I don't know if you guys can see what just popped up. Like he has a touchdown, probably. But pressure. Man coming in his face. It's tough to deliver. It's tough. And guess what? Why is that? Bro, I'm getting these dumbass like little pop-ups from my little like soft like little thing. If you're ever wondering what I use, by the way, to draw on the screen, usually I download these videos, by the way. But I use something called Epic Pen, which is like an app or software, and works pretty well. Pressure again. This time gets picked up. Corner route. When in doubt, Jalen Hyatt, big gain. So one of the advantages that you have if you run this defense from Lambo is you make them move the ball fast, kind of, because it's such big plays, meaning that Lambo can get the ball back, finish the half with a touchdown, get the ball back, tie the game up. See what he does here. Also, notice if you're Abram, he's going back to very similar plays over and over and over again. Pressure there again. They're getting close to a D-line pick. Pressure there again. And the big reason why Abram's going back to the same pass plays over and over again is because he's playing man coverage. It's something that I This is something like I kind of felt I felt very reaffirmed when I heard Dubby say this a few years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago now, where when you're playing man coverage, you don't need to have a bunch of plays. And think about it. The reason for that is because you're playing man coverage, you have 5 people who are all manned up onto another guy. You have a pass rush of, let's say, 4. So at that point, there's only 2 defenders who can be adjusted, meaning that what you really need is to get 2 or 3 really good man beating plays that have a lot of routes that can attack man coverage in different ways. And those plays should slightly complement each other, right? One might be a little bit more horizontal, one might push the field a little bit more, one might really attack the sideline. And then from there, if you even just simply cycle between those, they can't make the adjustments to it to stop it because they have 5 people manned up, right? And so then it's just about execution. And that's why you see someone like Abram, who's a very good offensive player, really doing a good job with that. Randall Cunningham with a scramble for a gain of a cool 5. Gain of a cool 5 yards. And we're going to see the kick from Abram. So that's where it's like, for Lambo, depending on how this drive goes, could end up not even being a big deal that you got stopped. We'll see. So we're getting Lambo on offense here. And look, there's that read key right here, right? And look where he goes. Over there. Now, Abram actually does a really good job of switch sticking or even just clicking onto that outside corner, getting that shed. But it's a tough thing to do. It's a tough way to live. And we're actually going to see Lambo go right back to that with the hurry up. This time the block actually holds up. And think about it, just from pure alignment, it's a very hard thing to be able to defend, right? Because this guy's totally out of the play. So you have to either user it, man this guy up, or somehow get this outside corner to play it, which is tough because he's getting blocked. Right there. Able to get it again. I don't know if that's going to be consistent or not. I don't know. I have no idea. We'd have to see. Lambo very content just going to that again and again and again. And I love this, dude. This is something that you'll see a lot of good players do. And something you'll see a lot of bad players not do. A lot of people love to whine and moan and whatever. And this is annoying what Lambo's doing. But you know what Abram does? He goes, okay, you're calling this again? I'm ready for it with my user. I'm just going to go out there and play it myself. That's something where you have to be willing to take control with your user sometimes. And that's what he does, I guess not in this play, although he doesn't get a good click on, but on the next play. Again, my rewinds are a little bit more crisp when I have these games downloaded. I don't know why I couldn't download this one, I'll be honest. I don't know if my PC is just bugging today or what, but one thing I hate that Lambo's doing, though, he's going very fast. And it's one thing to hurry up every play, but like he's really going fast right here. Notice the route combo is one that gets stolen from a lot of different formations. Drag, zig, out route, in route. It's very similar to like dig return or bench pivot out of regular bunch. We're just doing it from a slightly different formation. Bunch X nasty. And what's you get? Tight end drag. You got to be willing to throw drags, dude. You have to. So many people don't do it. And it's been more of a focal point for me to tell people this. And the reason for it, and especially like drags are the big one. 4th and inches, he picks it up. Drags are the big one with that. And there's a few other routes, obviously. But whenever you have a route that takes a very specific style of defense to stop, you want that route on a lot of your plays. And the nice thing with the drag is that it does that, right? Because think about where you can throw a drag. Picture the tight end on a drag right here. Well, touchdown. Nice. Just right over top. Where can you throw a drag? Well, you could throw immediately in the middle of the field, right? Or you throw it on the sideline. That's 2 different places. Now, what defends a drag? Kind of a tough question. Actually, kind of like, what does defend a drag? A shaded underneath hook curl can help play a drag. A hard flat can help play a drag. One of those by themselves can't, though. Because think if we have a hard flat on the left side, well, that drag's open in the middle. What if we just have the hook curl in the middle? Well, the drag's open on the left side. So you have to have 2 zones to defend this one route. And it develops very fast, right? So you're able to do that. Right here, we like just shade it underneath and you just let him run right by him. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but Tariq Woolen right there, he just does not turn his hips at all, which is interesting. It's a little bit of a clock mismanagement, though, from Lambo, just with how fast he scores, because now Abram can come back and answer pretty comfortably if he chooses. Lambo, though, was able to cut the lead down to 3. So you're out there, Abram taking the sack. That's one thing, like, you have to do everything you can to avoid throwing a pick 6. Like a D-line pick. And a D-line pick in Madden terms is whenever there's a blitzer who picks the ball off because you did a throw out a sack. right? You tried throwing, you got hit, and the ball went out. That is a throw to sack, or that is a D-line pick, rather. They are mostly, like right there, almost a D-line pick. They're pretty much always like universally frowned upon. I feel like from people, I hate D-line picks. Uh, they're very fluky is the issue with them. Like right there, that could have been one, that could have not been one. I don't love fluke in the game. I understand the argument for them. I hope you can understand the argument against them. But there's that 4th and 2. Let's see. We have bunch to the right side. No flip, no anything. Has that tight end blocking. He's been kind of hit or miss with that, I feel like. And here's kind of an issue. Here's the route combo. We have post route. We have corner route. We have corner route. Blocking. Flat route. What's the issue with this? Right here, Lambo's probably sending pressure, especially if you know Lambo. He's probably sending pressure. So what does that mean? You have to get the ball out kind of fast, right? All of these routes take at least a second and a half to actually get open, right? Except for the flat route. So you're putting yourself on a 4th and 2 where if your pressure doesn't protect you, either this guy's open or you're screwed. So I don't love, I love the route combo in terms of beating the coverage, but in terms of beating the blitz, I don't. And look what happens, right? And again, did he have some open? Probably. I think he had this corner route open. Well, let's count it, right? Let's count this bad boy. That's why, I mean, I wish he would have kept that drag. Let's go. Snap the ball. 1 Mississippi. 2, like, second and a half, give or take, that probably was. And it's like, against an all-out blitz like this, I think it's a very tough ask to block in that situation. I just feel like your boys aren't going to block for you a lot of the time in that situation. Now Lambo has a really good opportunity to actually like kind of get a little bit of a dominating situation going here because he is up, a little speed out. He's down 3, but he gets ball at half. He has 2 timeouts. He's in field goal range already. So it's like Lambo, even though he got stopped early, these are long games. It's something I'm trying to get better about understanding is that these games are long, right? You have time, like especially early mistakes, early deficits. You guys saw me come back in a 24-0 game recently in MCS. And I came back and won. And it's because like early, like again, you don't want that. But these games are long and people will make mistakes. 19 seconds, he has 2 timeouts, 18. Drops back, goes underneath, flat route. Abram just totally gave that up. Lambo's now going to call the timeout. 4 yards, 12 seconds. Remember, there is runoff. Beginning of the year, there was no runoff. There is runoff now in this game. See what Lambo's able to do here. Curious. I'm locked. I'm freaking locked, baby. Sends the auto motion. Mike Jasicki, not there. Flat route wide open. That almost feels like a mental blunder from Abram, where, you know what I mean? It's like this is one of the more obvious like throws, and it's almost like he's worried about this, he's worried about this, and he just like totally forgets that. And it's like, for me at least, I've done this where I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot, and that kind of looks like what he did right there. Yeah, interesting. So Lambo scores almost no time. We see there was a Hail Mary attempt, but I don't care about that. And we're going to halftime. Lambo gets ball out of half, starts on offense, immediately goes and throws one of the worst picks ever. Throws one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. Okay, so winner of this game wins a lot of money and goes to the finals of this tournament. This is genuinely one of the worst throws I've seen in a tournament. Watch Abram's reaction right here. Oh, he's laughing. That's a tough read, dude. That's a tough read. I got no comments on that. All right, so Lambo, just like that, is losing. He had a great opportunity. He goes to RPO read. I think that's like going to be just tough to defend with the read key. I'd love to see the read key kind of get changed because it's a little bugged right now, but nonetheless. Jet sweep, no sir, 3rd and 4. I'm curious if we get to a point where either of these guys slow it down a little bit too. I mean, we're seeing some hurry up, but I don't know. I am curious about that. Go a little drag over the middle, not there. Post route, boom. One of the most basic concepts in the game. We got drag, we got post. User not really anywhere to be found. And honestly, just kind of hits. It's an easy user if you know it's coming. but kind of hits him with a route combo that he hadn't really seen yet this game. Post route wide open, Randy Moss not able to get more, but he gets down to midfield. By the way, if you play College Football 25 and you play Ultimate Team on PlayStation, okay, how specific, College Ultimate Team, PlayStation, join the tournament that you see inside your tournament tab or your PlayStation tab inside of the Ultimate Team menu. If you make the finals, I'll be there. You'll see me. All right. Anyways, back to it. That was a little just plug. If you are somebody who is watching this video this deep into it and play College Football 25 and are in PlayStation and play Ultimate Team. Anyways, let's go. 3rd and 6. Lambo down 3. Just past midfield now. Again, got to watch that pressure. Got to watch. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of cover 3. No, straight man. Actually, straight man. Set the dogs. Abram gets Lambo into a bad spot. 4th and 15 here now. That's actually a great change up because, I mean, he would have bagged me. He would have bagged me. Lambo snaps it fast. Actually has protection. He might go up top. No, he's going corner route. That won't be there. Tariq Woolen with a baggie. Oh, Tariq might be gone. Okay. Not gone at all. Abram now gets back. So that's why I'm saying, bro, these games can be so long. Because Abram goes from driver's seat early to kind of like, uh-oh, like, I might lose this game. It's out of my control almost because of how, I kind of blew the opportunity early. Now he's back in the driver's seat, right? Just like that. These are long games, dude. Don't give up after something dumb early. Right there, though, it's almost a D-line pick. That is the whole game plan for Lambo right now is send the dogs, send the dogs, send the dogs. I'd be surprised. He might go max coverage one time, maybe. I'd be shocked. And the big thing for Abram is, I mean, obviously you got to score, but you got to be very careful about throwing the ball, right? It's not about making the bad read. It's about throwing it too late, D-line pick 6, right? And right there, we actually see Lambo with the 4-man, so he does go coverage there. Okay, backside in route's good. That's why it's important to have good, fundamentally sound route combos as well. Right there, able to hit that backside in. Good job, good job. I'd be shocked if we saw more of that from Lambo. Maybe we will. I'm thinking pressure. Gotta watch this corner route. Lambo's shown to have an aggressive switch stick already. Pressure right there. Boom, just over prime time. Down to the 2. Be a tough area of the field to score on, and he just went on aggressive, then went off it to conservative, actually. See what he does here. The gun wing pair. I don't know what he will do. I don't know if I've actually ever seen someone run this formation flipped. He's got audible down. Fair. So he stretched left. Gonna fight up. No, sir. Got stuffed. Second goal from the 1. We've already seen 1 goal line stand here. Lambo in the 3-4 odd, shifting his line to the left side, trying to match that heavy personnel. Goes down right here. Gotta watch the stretch. The stretches are what are really good in this situation. Gotta shoot it. Doesn't matter, though. I think dives have never been worse in a Madden game in the red zone or in the goal line situation. Dives, I think, are very, very bad. But the stretches, I think running like a stretch tour, really, really good. A little bit of what Abram does there. And then he gets that dive forward, which a lot of people have started doing in that situation. Even if you don't get that dolphin dive that goes like crazy up, you'll get that one where you just leap like you saw right there from Abram. And it just makes things pretty easy. Pretty easy to score. Lambo down 10. So situation we're seeing here, 2nd and 10. Lambo goes underneath, able to get to Icky. Gets tackled out of bounds. Block will resume once they call play. You want to score fast if you're Lambo here, right? At the same time, though, like, you need to score, right? You need to score. And so you don't want to call, like, what I'm getting at. Sometimes I think people get big into, like, you need the chunk play situation, which, like, it'd be nice to have, but you got to be smart. You can't, like, stop yourself by going for 1-play touchdown, 1-play touchdown, 1-play touchdown, GG's. Goes for the speed or the motion wheel right there. Gets out of bounds. What he should do, though, is take this play clock down to 15. You do that, you won't get that runoff. If you call it here, you'll get that runoff. So, and that's actually what he is. Yeah, that's what he's doing right here. That's why he's like kind of waiting. He's trying to preserve as much time as possible. Getting out of bounds did that. And see, he would have gotten a runoff. So it's a nice little like tactic you could do in that situation. Gotta watch a potential return route right here from triangle. No, it's a drag. Got the drag just by a step. Hey, another. Hey, that's my pro drag agenda. Um, able to hit it right there. Trying to get at least one more playoff. Yep, going fast, going fast, going fast. That quarter marker is like a timeout for you. Gonna get tackled. He actually might be able to call another play. He should be able to. Oh, he's not. Oh, he doesn't care. All right, never mind. Auto run. Fourth quarter. Put your fours up. Put your fours up. Lambo down 10, but with ball, like, it is a very, like, especially the defense he's running. Even if he scores fast, the defense he runs almost forces Abram to score fast. Just because dinking and dunking against a send-all blitz is hard to do. It's, whoa, why is the play art glitched? I've not seen that. Anyways. It's hard to do. So he runs a very comeback style defense where, you know what I mean? It's a tough defense to play against, truthfully. It really is. If you're playing somebody who's dedicated to it, you have to be dedicated to that game plan. Goes underneath, got the angle from Icky, and Icky's gonna fight a little bit forward for him. We're gonna see the hurry up. Runs it down to 440. PA snag is the play. Again, Eagles playbook right here. Picks up the pressure pretty well. Has the drag, not gonna throw. Has the other one instead. I think that was a drag actually from Jasicki. Go turbo again. This will bring it down to just probably under 3 minutes after this one. I'm sorry, into the 3 minutes after this one. I can't do basic stuff. That's a sack. One of the best, had the touchdown. One of the best things you can get in that situation on defense, the sack. Push him backwards and milk a lot of clock. Get him kind of hurried. Lambo's called a lot of different plays, though. He's called a lot of different plays, and there's another sack. He might be forced to take 3. He might be. The timeout, Abram. You don't love that, but like you're in the situation where you could burn timeouts. It's not the end of the world. So, yeah. Is that like, dead ass? I hate to be this dude, but what is that? Right above the yellow? Is that like the smallest bit of beard? Like, no, I don't think beard, no beard, no beard, no beard. But look right here. Smallest bit of beard. Wow. He really went, I guess, mustache, yeah. He really went all out for this one. Yeah, I'm rooting for Abram. Anyways, here we are. Let's go. Lambo drops back. Got the quick wheel. Wow. Wow, and he stayed in bounds too. Sometimes that animation will drag you out of bounds. Big feet. Wow. We're getting an onside kick from Lambo. Goes high kick, full power. Pop it up. Don't touch it. Oh, he touches it. Okay. Abram gets it. Run back replay. Quick wheel. Bang. Boom. If you remember, I had an MCS game against Boogs earlier this year, maybe a month ago or so, where he ran that on me over and over and over again. And I could not stop it. Anyways. Anyway, Lambo, 3 timeouts. Yeah, you want to... I don't think Abram has good run plays. We'll see. That's actually, like, pretty good, honestly. 2nd and 7. Goes hurry up. I assume he's going to dumb this down. Don't... I mean, you can... I guess it doesn't matter. This will take you underneath 2 minutes, or 2:30. And you have one more play, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. Out route. A little scary. Got it. Going to get out of bounds, though, with it. So that means that basically gives another play of life for Lambo, because you got to think each play in bounds is 30 seconds or a timeout, right? So play out of bounds just prolongs this game big time for Lambo. We're going to get a little auto motion run. Lambo in the 2-4-5 double mug. Looks like looking for... Oh, we're going to see Abram. He could have scored, I think, right? He could have scored. I'm not sure why Lambo's in the double mug right now, but he is. Icky going to fall forward. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning now. Lambo not calling the timeout. We're getting into an area of the field where it's almost, it is tough to actually clock out the entirety of this game, but we're getting to a time situation where a score here is beautiful, right? I almost say if you're Abram, ideally you take one more. Ideally, you just take one timeout. Take one of his timeouts, minimum. Then from there, just score. He's going to drop back to pass. Has underneath. Doesn't want it, though. We're going to go corner route. Hyatt, touchdown. And so you give him the 3 timeouts, so Lambo still has that life. But I mean, you go up 2 scores with such a little time left. You feel really good about the situation, right? Feel really, really good. Here's a replay. Shout out to the MCS broadcast crew. I really do believe we have like the best broadcast team, especially crew wise. I guess I don't really know anything about behind the scenes. I think they do a good job. But like I know the crew and I can like watch them. We have like the best broadcast team in esports, in my opinion. But I'm a mere fish in the sea. Drops back. Hyatt. Gonna get out of bounds too. Minute 47 now for Lambo. Down 10. The 3 timeouts and an onside kick. It keeps you alive, brother. That type of thing keeps you alive. It keeps you going. You have life. We're going to see verticals right here. He's honestly called a good amount of plays, I feel like. He really has. Nothing there. Lamar Jackson takes off. That's something, I mean, that many yards is tough, but that's something that you don't hate giving up if you're Abram. Except the runoff right there was crazy. Bro, the runoff in that was like, that should have been, the runoffs I see in this game are so inconsistent, I swear. I'm okay with that if that's consistent. Nah, that's my issue. That's my issue. Draws back. Pressure picked up pretty well. Gonna go smoke. Ooh. That's a tough one. He went smoke screen. What? Maybe they changed it? I don't know. Gotta watch a wheel. Gotta watch a tight end. Oh, no. He's gonna go tight end up seam. Okay. Why is that happening? Oh, whoa. Why is that happening, dude? Because that's the second time he's given up that touchdown. So right here, he goes smoke. Can I please get back to 4? Thank you. Apologies. Usually I have these downloaded. I don't. We have one-on-one right here. He's just like, what? Tariq Woolen might just be. There is a thing in this game where tall corners, if they're pressed, that was nuts too, by the way. If they're pressed, they are very easy to run by. Tall, like 6'3". They just don't turn their hips fast enough. And that's almost what it looks like is happening there, I think. Pops the kick up. Oh, no. Oh, Lambo got the onside. Oh, Lambo got the onside. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay. That's where it's, I mean, it's still a long game, right? Minute left. Abrams got 2 timeouts. Oh, and I mean, the broken tackle's kind of annoying. The broken tackle's annoying if you're Abram, I can't lie. Good defense from him right there to stop the RPO. Genuinely good defense. Lambo needs about 8 yards to get into field goal range. Let's see. I mean, the one thing I'll say about Abram that I think is he's kind of let himself down with is that he hasn't set any kind of like other pressure other than, you know, these and then this guy off the edge kind of. Like, there's been nothing after that that's really like heated Lambo up. I felt like Lambo's actually been able to be pretty cool, calm, and collected. And so, like, right here, like, I don't know. He does play good coverage. Gets him. Okay. That's pretty good. 3rd and 4. For Abram, you just have to lock in, lock up. You're going to see that horizontal concept is very popular out of bench pivot, very popular out of dig return. Now we're getting it here out of bunch X nasty. I think it's deep outs or something like that. It's called deep whip, something like that. Quick drag. Telling you, drag routes, brother. Lambo calls a timeout. He is now in game tying range, and he goes on conservative. You got to remember, Abram with only 2 timeouts, he can't get the ball back unless Lambo lets him. Right? He cannot. Lambo probably, though, should be fighting to go win this game. Rouse back. Nothing really there. That return route got bumped. Nothing there. Throws it away. Good D from Abram. Now at 2 timeouts and 2nd down, he could get the ball back, possibly. If he's able to hold pretty strong right here. Lambo could go to motion wide post again. Like, it's this play right here. I'm a big fan of motion wide post. I hate the... No, I'm not a big fan of the auto motion, but nonetheless. Underneath, got the return route. Good tackle. So that's... Okay, Abram doesn't call the timeout, and I respect not doing that, because there's a decision right there, right? Do you call the timeout, fight to get the ball back almost, go on a game-winning drive? But that gives your opponent more time, potentially. Right here, Lambo essentially clocks himself, which is fair. Right, that's fair. Both players almost playing a little bit not to lose right there. with no timeouts called, letting the game get down to 12 seconds. Lambo picks up the first. He's at, what, the 28 now? What is he at? Where are we at, Lambo? 26. Damn. Motion wide post again. Has a timeout. Going 3 streaks. I hate this route combo, but it's good because zones are not good. Quick throw. Bang. Now he goes timeout. And now this is scary. Lambo going back on balance. Might need to make somebody miss. Abram, earlier in this game, he was very big on defending the goal line, right? He dropped these guys down, man this guy up maybe, but everyone was playing pretty much right here. I'm curious how this works. Remember as well, he was sending pressure, and it was screaming. I'm curious if that's what happens here. If he goes with that same strategy. I don't think so, just because of how the slot corner's aligned. I think he's sending 4. He sends 4, gets picked up pretty easily. Goes up top. No, throws it away. I think we're just going to see 5 seconds. I don't think you can, you can't, yeah, you can't risk. No, do not. 5 seconds is begging for a throwaway to take too long. Kick the field goal, dog. You should not, like, you got an onside. Like, you should be happy to be here. Like, genuinely speaking, you should be happy to be in this situation. Extend the game. Timeout, Abram. Shit. Is it iced? See. There's no world. I mean, there's no world you go for it. There's no world you do that. 6 seconds, maybe. 5 is just like, you could drop back and insta throw it away, but at that point, you're not even making a read. You know what I mean? Kick is up. Or kick is up. Kick is through. We're going to have OT. So Lambo is the one who gets ball first in overtime. We're going to see Abram. Abram's in a different defense now. He's in the 3-3 Cub. Has this guy out wide, has this guy out wide. So he's actually switched defenses now in overtime as opposed to earlier. Has that pressure screaming. Quick throw to the slant, though. Oh. And I think Lambo's probably still unbalanced. I don't think he cares, though. I do not think he cares. I would care. But I'm someone who cares. Side zone. RPO. No. Had a bad alignment right there, I felt like, from Abram to be able to really stop that play. Unless you got a shed. Yeah, actually, no, Abram wasn't in that. It was just his middle backer was moved out. He is in 3-3 odd. Okay, his middle backer was just out wide. All right, never mind. It was the same defense. I don't know why there was a different alignment. Underneath. Big play. Oh, okay. 15 catches for him? That's nuts. That's actually crazy. Okay. Going back to motion wide post. That pressure's just not doing anything off this right edge. It just is not doing anything off this right edge. ID. Oh! ID in the outside right corner is absolutely taking this away. So take a note of that if you'd like. One check's nasty. Going to that same play we've seen a few times. Oh, maybe he's checking out of it. Okay, let's go into this. Let's see. Crowd's back. Not really there. Nothing really there. I wouldn't force anything, I don't think. Almost a PI up top. You really don't usually get PIs from hitting the guy from above, but you definitely could. A little scary. 3rd and 9 now for Lambo. Timeout now for Lambo. He's going with that quadruple or that triple seam. So bad. So bad. So bad. Honestly, and it actually took advantage of Abram busting coverage. He got open underneath anyways. That was actually like he didn't need the triple, but Abram did run a play, a defensive coverage shell where the streaks were open. So props, I suppose. Jet touch pass. Looking to squeak out an easy touchdown. No. Big hits too. I swear he's unbalanced, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. We're going to see the motion hitch and go. This has that halfback angle route going right across the middle. He sends the auto motion. Post route. I don't love it. Gets the drag, though. I mean, those drags are so tough to defend. That dive's insane. I don't know. Maybe you can't fumble. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Easily could be the case. Timeout, Abram. I like that timeout. 3rd and 4. Man, you just love to see Abram have some threat of a blitz. Since, like, once it started getting picked up, I feel like it's been picked up every play. It's just hard to score like that. Go to the motion cheat play. Watch the tight end motion across. There it is. Pressure gets picked up easily. Post over the middle. Tutty up. I thought maybe the X Factor could knock it out. We're going to see Abram. So, Lambo, there's an argument to go for 2 right here, by the way. Some people don't, like, there is an argument. Because if Lambo kicks and Abram scores, what's Abram going to do? Go for 2 to win the game. So, if you go for 2 here and you get it, you make sure you can't lose the game without touching the ball again, right? Whereas right now, Lambo could lose this game off of Abram scoring and getting 2. He could. It depends on what you prefer, right? It's a preference, not a rule of thumb in this case, which people hate that. But it's true. You can absolutely go for 2 in that situation. It's not the worst call ever. Abram with the ball goes to the motion wide cross out of bunch X nasty. None really there. Halfback he actually had his halfback right there, but he got chewed up to the backfield. Notice Lambo here has checked into the 1-4-6. Something that he has not been in all game. He's in this now. A little bit of a obviously less aggressive defense. In this situation, that's what he wants to be in. He wants to make Abram really work, it looks like. Goes curl route. 3rd and 1 now. Interesting. Might just go inside zone. It's a scary inside zone here. 3rd and 1. If you get blown up, you have the game. I actually, like, against this look, I think you have to go inside zone against this look. I just don't think there's a chance he stops it. And instead, Crossfire gets in, able to hit JSN. Bro, this dude's been a dog for both of them, by the way. Do you not fumble on the dives in this game? Is that something I'm just not hip to? There's no way they're diving at the risk of fumbling. So, I don't know. Little halfback sneak out of the backfield route goes, ooh, seam. If you're Abram here, do you go for 2? If you score? Draws back. Oh, whew. Tight window. Zig, not there. Goes flat route. 3rd and 6 now. Couple big downs as we end the first quarter of overtime. Both players take a sip of water. They're feeling parched. Hell, I'm feeling parched. I will take a sip of water. You, the viewer, you should take a sip of water. 64 ounces, baby. Doesn't get any bigger than that. Unless you got a 65-ounce one, but shut up. Anyways. Checking into Bunch X Nasty. Here's that play. So we see Lambo back in the 3-4 odd here. And now we're going back to, I don't love the flat. You haven't been calling that. The slightly different variation of this play you've been calling a ton. And Lambo sends no pressure, only a 2-man, but he rolls out of the pocket on his own. See, that's where you kill the play on your own. And it's just a little bit of like, I don't know. Like, you get spooked right here, but you have all day. You have all day right here. Routes can bounce, whatever. He willingly rolls out of the pocket, which allows pressure to go attack him. Right, look. And, like, that's a little scary. Like, this guy disengaged. I get it. It is actually, like, the way this guy disengages almost is, like, it almost screws Abram because he disengaged for a second and then re-engaged. So, honestly, if you sit right here with the way he disengaged, he'll probably get off this block and go get you, so you have to roll out. Lambo might just be really fortunate that Ascend 2 did that it got that alignment. You'd love to see it. Like, this right here really can't happen to an offensive lineman because that's just such an easy one. So you almost have to roll out. Yeah, I changed my mind a little bit on being upset with Abram for that. Nothing there, though. Throws it away. Yeah, that's actually kind of tough with the disengage, truthfully. Truthfully. Good max coverage, though, by Lambo. Way to change it up just a little bit here. We'll see. Going to the play. Going flood from halfback, bunch strong. Both have a timeout if they want it. He's going to go 5 wide. So here's this very similar situation we had earlier. He does not get blocked at the tight end. No pressure set at all. Has all day. He's chilling. Rolls out of the pocket. Nothing's really there. That's GG's. All right, what happened on this play? Lambo, honestly, like, called, I feel like, everybody's bluff and did not send pressure once again. Goes full coverage. That loop is a little scary, though. And especially even how this guy is. A little scary. Full coverage. 9 in coverage. And a big thing that Abram didn't think he was going to do that. And you could tell he didn't because he goes deep, deep, and deep. Lambo goes full coverage, so deep, deep, and deep are totally covered. What does that mean? You only have two other routes. The other route's a flat, and the other route is an in route, which just gets easily usered. This is a good route combo if he had time, or I'm sorry, if he sent pressure because it's a quick throw. But because Abram was wrong, and Lambo actually made a great defensive adjustment going back-to-back full coverage plays, just like that, he's able to get a stop from that. GG's to them. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's free. You want to get better at John Madden Football, check out civil.gg. You'll become a better Madden player or college football player as well.